Leo Terrell done it again, y'all. What's up, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. And did y'all see it? My man Leo Terrell is back in full effect. Now, I did a video a couple weeks ago where Leo made me get all emotional. I start getting misty-eyed just watching his transition from being a full-blown defender of the chaotic bootleg, race-baiting, identity politics, no serving the black community, constantly pushing fake rhetoric, crooked, stinking, underhanded, backstabbing, two-bit, no good, snag a tooth, weaseling Democratic Party. And my man is consistent. I worried. I said to myself, oh, well, maybe Leo just had a, brain fart. Maybe he fell out the bed and said, I'm going to try something different today while I'm on Sean Hannity and switch it up. But now I saw Leo Terrell again. And Mark Levin, one of my favorite people. Now, first things first, you don't go on Mark Levin talking reckless. You know he will eat you up if you get some nonsense in your brain that you want to come on there talking about. So Leo came on the Great One Show, and let's see how Leo goes in real hard on those Democrats. Now, it's nothing better than somebody who was once a part of an organization that they supported, because they know that organization backwards and frontwards. For them to come out and expose them and speak out against them speaks volumes. And see, the sad part is this testimony from Leo, this quick interview, they ain't gonna show that on no dang on MSNBC, CNN, none of that, because they're in the tank for who.
Mark Levin, this is Life, Liberty, and Levin. We have two great guests tonight. My first guest I've admired from afar for many decades. Leo Terrell, civil rights attorney for 3 decades. Before that, a public school teacher in the LA City School District and so forth. Leo, first of all, I want to thank you because I've been watching you over the past few months, and you have been very consistent. You've been very consistent. You believe in the rule of law. You believe in due process. You believe in the Constitution. And whether it is what's going on now or what you felt was going on before, you've been very steady in your viewpoints. But you've been speaking out a lot about Black Lives Matter, about Antifa, about their rhetoric, about their conduct. What is driving you right now?
Thank you very much for having me, Mark. And, I have 30 years invested as a civil rights attorney, public school teacher, as you mentioned. And I'm frustrated and disappointed in the Democratic Party and the left. I mean, it really started a couple of weeks ago when Joe Biden made that comment, that awful comment, that insulting comment that if you vote Republican, you ain't black. I'm a civil rights attorney. That statement was condescending and insulted every African-American, every American. And then you follow up with a series of protesting, which is perfectly okay. But the failure of the Democratic Party to call out the rioting, the looting, the murder, it's just something that
My man Leo is sounding consistent right about now. He is vocalizing what a lot of people out there on the right has been saying forever. Now, isn't it just strange that the Democratic Party say they just love minorities and black people, but for some reason, they're not calling out all of the rioting, the chaos, all of that stuff. They're not doing that. The stuff that's damaging black neighborhoods, not just the stuff that is targeting statues, but yet stuff that is keeping black people in the black community safe, like, riots and stuff in their neighborhoods, gun violence, all of this stuff that's going on that the Democratic Party is not even mentioning, not even bringing up. But yet they want people to go around chasing after statues. They want them to be seeing themselves as victims and painting this narrative that there's an all-out race war brewing in the atmosphere. And Leo done got sick and tired of it. And he decided to go ahead and call them out. And by doing that, Leo make it I said I wasn't going to cry this time. Let's finish listening.
I, as a civil rights attorney, could no longer sit and just basically stay quiet. And then you have the ultimate insult of talking about defunding the police. I want everyone to know that I have a sister in law enforcement. And I may criticize bad police officer because, Mark, 97, 98% of the officers are great. They protect you and I at 2 and 3 in the morning. And 2 or 3%, like the George Floyd situation, horrible. But my goodness, to defund the police, to take away law and order, and then you have this unbelievable situation where the Democrats will not criticize Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter is disingenuous. Why? Because there's only certain black lives that they care about. What about that?
Wait, you look good. You're hot. Did y'all hear Leo call that out? They ain't got the nerve to criticize Black Lives Matter. Why not Democrats? Could it be because the Black Lives Matter movement fits your agenda? Could it be because Black Lives Matter are really Marxist? And they have all these other agendas that have nothing to do with Black lives? Could it be that? Could it be that Black Lives Matter gives you all a shield to push racism and to threaten and bully all the companies out there, all the people that might not agree with y'all, into adopting this mentality that the black community is under full attack by white nationalists walking around? Could it be that? Could it be that's why they're not criticizing them? Let's continue listening to Leo give a verbal lashing to the Democrats.
Black officer David Dorn, black man, murdered, defending a business. I didn't see Black lives there. I didn't see Al Sharpton there. It's certain blacks that they care about to profiteer the black community. Where's the Democratic leadership? Calling out the protesters. They're fine, but never criticizing the looters, never criticizing those who are burning property. That drives me nuts. And then what I cannot understand is when there's an opportunity to do legitimate police reform, when you have a great South Carolinian Senator, Tim Scott, working his butt off 24/7 to get justice reform, and the Democrats will not work with him because they don't want the perception that the Republicans are working on police reform. And finally, Mark, you know what? People may criticize the president, but what America doesn't want law and order? I do. President Trump does. And here's a man with an executive order accomplished more with a stroke of a pen regarding police reform, creating a database, than what the Obama and Biden administration have done in 8 years. That is why I am being consistent. That is why I am speaking out. I have credibility to speak out, and I will continue to speak out on these issues that I...
Yo, did y'all hear Leo lay that out? Listen, is it just me? But Leo even sounds more reasonable and logical. I don't know if it was just all a front when he used to get on the news and defend stupid Democratic policies and stuff and just come across as mad and unreasonable and, you know, all of a sudden now this man is laying it down, and he's laying it down in a way that I'm going, who is this dude? Leo, he had it in him all the time. He was just suppressing it. He had greatness in him. And you know what's great about that is when a black person or any person becomes red-pilled and stop drinking the Kool-Aid from the left and the Democratic Party and the liberal media, it's almost like their IQ just shoots up 50, 60 points. They're able to look at things reasonably. They are able to string together a conversation and defend an argument in a well thought out manner with using some data, some facts. And I'm telling you right now, any liberal or Democrat listening to Leo right now is going, man, Leo figured it out, darn it. We was hoping that he would never see through our scam, but he did, and I'm glad he did. Now, I'm going to have to break this up into like 3 or 4 videos because I ain't going to drag it out. You know, I'm trying to keep each one of them down to 10 minutes. But this is part 1 of Leo the Lion. That's what's new. I'm going to have to drop it. Leo, now you the lion. Leo the Lion then turned around and started roaring. That's what I love it. Anyway, y'all been listening to Kevin, Mark, Levin, the Great One, and now Leo the Lion. Don't forget, hit like, share, subscribe, and the notification button. Find me every Wednesday night in Kevin's Corner on my radio blog talk show, Facebook, and YouTube live. Check out Extreme Teas, my sponsor. If you like their products, click on the link below. You get a 20% discount. And if you want to donate to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, feel free. There's a link below the video to do that as well. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And we'll see y'all in part 2 of The Great One and Leo the Lion. God bless.